Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, so that means it's time to do a studio update live from my studio here in London. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in every week for these studio updates. It's amazing, and I love hearing back from you guys and the DMs. And I love that you're learning with me as much as I'm learning through you guys. So boom, brilliant. This week, spent a hell of a lot of time packaging paintings and getting them ready for the Affordable Battersea with the Graham Hunter Gallery. It opens tonight, so if you are in London, it's tonight until Sunday, and there's an amazing amount of work there if you fancy seeing some work. I'm so happy to be able to exhibit again, my paintings out there and get them seen. It's really nice after obviously all the last year and everything been paused and put on the long finger, so it's great. And if you're taking a bit of a break from painting because I spent the last 3 months creating a whole new series of work, which are all up on my website, and going to the art fair and going to different people. Some of them have been bought already, which is amazing, and some of them miss them out if you fancy seeing it. But now I'm starting to get to the point where I've got that itch. I want to start painting again, and I want to get my fingers stuck into paint and get messy and see kind of what I want to do next. So what I started doing is, these are 2 paintings here that did not behave very well during the last series of work. So they didn't make the final cut because they were annoying me, and they weren't behaving very well in a sense because they didn't come together. And I reworked this one maybe 3 or 4 times, and this one I scrapped once, maybe twice, and I just to put them out of my sight really, because there's no point in trying to over labour work. So this week what I've started doing is thinking about them again, and thinking about my approach to them, and thinking about the marks I want to make and the type of application of paint I want to use, and the overall process in how I'm going to approach these paintings. And funny enough, the way to studio, I was listening to a podcast on Art Juice, which is a really good art podcast if you're interested. And there's an artist called David Mankin. His work is unreal, and he was being interviewed, and he was talking about the importance of process. And I'm very process led as an artist. The whole thought process and the making process is really important to the final finished painting. So to listen to someone of his standard talk about it, it was just it was lovely, because I feel like I needed it. So when I came into studio and I was thinking about these paintings again, I was just going back over different processes that I've been using recently. So because these have been worked so many times, there's lovely underpainting that is coming through in this new layer of paint. So you can see all these areas that become very textured and really built up and gritty, and there's their interest, And when I push back through this light blue, these undercolors are coming through. So there's a nice tonality. So this kind of tonality just adds to the conversation, the visual conversation, about the texture and the grit and the tonal, and it starts to build in how I want to approach the painting, because I already have a couple of areas there through former processes that I'm going to use. So I hope that makes sense. I just want to try and share some of what goes on in my head when I'm thinking about making a new painting. And as well, both of these paintings they're failures, and now I'm going back in to work on them again, and they'll they're coming out as a real positive, because already I'm excited to work on them, because there's a lot of interesting elements happening. So I'll see how that goes, and then I'm going to start reworking these paint studies that I had also discarded when I was making the last series of work. The ones that did make it are now framed up, and they are in the Affordable Art Fair. And when they get framed up, they're really nice and really clean. So that's what's going on. It's kind of not that much happening in the studio this week, because I've just been packing paintings and organising them for the fair. And now I'm starting to think about painting again and getting stuck back into it. And this one as well. This was a failure. But I do like these marks. I just need to figure out how I want to pull, like what I want to draw from them more. So yeah, that's a lot of painting chat. I hope it was interesting. Thanks so much. Have a great Wednesday. Anything you want to know, any further information, just pop me over a DM. Mwah! Bye.